Hello everyone, Blaster here again, bringing another video that I'm sure will find interesting if you play heroes. Today's topic is going to be how to play around Droll and Lockbird, which is one of the most popular hand traps in the game as of lately because it's one of the most effective ways to counter the current best deck in the game, which is Mitsurugi Raisel. And just like that strategy, Hero is a heavy combo deck that requires a lot of searching to get into their end board pieces. And this is a precarious situation to begin with if you are playing a pure variant of Hero, because chances are that you are losing the game if you get hit by Droll, unless you hard open counter cards like Cross of Designator, Combo the Grave, or even to some extent Mass Change. But I would say instead of just complaining and just waiting for Konami to ban the card outright, I think you should take this time as a challenge for you to think a little bit outside of the box, be a little bit more creative about how to circumvent the limitations of your deck. And this is what I'm offering you today. I'm giving you some combo potential ideas for you to play around Droll and Lockbird without, let's say, losing that much purity of your version. So if you're interested in this, please guys, like, share, and subscribe. But if you're not doing that, at the absolute least, please leave me a comment because I always love reading your feedback, okay? And with that out of the way, let's get started. We're going to start by showing a combo that I already featured in my last deck profile, but I don't want to leave that outside of this video because chances are that they haven't seen that particular video. We're going to start whenever you have Vision Hero Vyon and a Hero Lives in your opening hand. And you guys know that these cards are one card combos by themselves, but if you want to play around Droll and Lockbird, you'll have to play both in this particular order. We're going to activate Hero Lives, pay half our life points, and summon Element of Hero's Child Miss directly from deck, and thus we're going to use its effect to search directly into Mass Change. And we're doing this in this particular order because we want to scout if our opponent has Droll and Lockbird, which in this case they do. So now we have to play a different combo route to still end on something significant under Droll and Lockbird. So in this case, we're going to normal summon Vision Hero Vyon. We're going to dump Evil Hero Sinister Necrom. Necrom is going to banish itself to special summon Dead Imprison. Dead Imprison is going to dump Destiny Hero Malicious. Malicious is going to banish itself to summon another copy from deck. Then we're going to use Evil Hero Dead Imprison and Destiny Hero Malicious to special summon an SP Little Knight, and then we're going to use the 2 level 4s that we have on the field to special summon a number 41 Baguska, the Turbo Tire to appear, and then we're going to finally use the last copy of Destiny Hero Malicious to special summon on field. And here we're going to force the end of main phase by holding the Mass Change in our hand. If you have additional disruption, you could set it up if you so desire. But the important part here is that we want to scout if our opponent also has Nibiru in hand. If they do, we can chain SP Little Knight by banishing itself and our number 41 Baguska. Or if you so desire, you could also banish the Destiny Hero Malicious if you want to really have the Masked Hero Doglo at the end phase, right? But in this case, if they don't have it, then you proceed to the end phase, activate Mass Change to target the Malicious, and then special summon the Masked Hero Doglo. So what did we accomplish here? We have a monster that will somewhat work like Destiny Hero Plasma, but it applies to both players. It will turn every single monster that can be turned into defense position, and if they activate their effects while in defense position, they will have their effects negated. But it's important to know that it only negates activated effects, not continuous effects. So that means that Masked Hero Doglo, even though it's in defense, it will still apply its Macrocosmos-like effect. The only thing that you cannot do is ripping a card from your opponent's hand if they happen to add a card outside of the draw phase. But really strong still, and you also have as an additional disruption the SP Little Knight to protect your other monsters in case it is required. So the next case is whenever you open Vision Hero Vyon and Evil Hero Adusted Gold. It's going to be a similar combo to the previous one, but in this case we have to use Evil Hero Adusted Gold in a very important part of the combo because it's going to let us decide if we want to commit ourselves into the hero lock or not. So in this case, we're going to normal summon Vyon. Vyon dumps Sinister Necrom. Necrom special summons Dead and Prison, and then we're going to dump Destiny Hero Malicious. Here, we're going to use Evil Hero Adusted Gold to search directly into Evil Hero Vicious Claws. And in this case, we're expecting, we're waiting for our opponent to see if they happen to have the Droll and Lockbird, because remember they will always use it at the earliest point possible, because that is when the hand trap has the most impact. So we now discovered that our opponent didn't have the Droll and Lockbird. So at this point we are not locked into heroes only yet. So we're going to use that in our favor. We're going to use Destiny Hero Malicious effect, and then here we're going to special summon also the Evil Hero Vicious Claws. And in this case, we're going to use Evil Hero Dead in Prison. We're going to use Evil Hero Vicious Claws and Destiny Hero Malicious to make a AP Masquerina, and then we're going to use the two level 4 left to make the number 41 Baguska, and then we're going to use the last Malicious to special summon on the field. And in this case, we have a setup for an SP9 in our opponent's turn, having a double banish. One because we use a link monster as its material, and the next one is whenever they activate another effect, while still having the number 41 Baguska. So next, we're going to show another combo using the same opener. And why would this be important? Maybe because, I don't know, perhaps the Baguska is not good enough for whatever matchup you're facing. Perhaps you're facing, I don't know, like a link spam deck, and you know that links, because they cannot be turned into defense, that means that they are not affected by the Baguska. So in this case, we're going to do exactly the same as before, the same decision making. We're going to scout if our opponent has Droll and Lockbird at this point, which in this case they do. And then we're going to do exactly the same, summon the Malicious and then the Vicious Claws. But in this particular case, we're going to use now the Dead End Prison and the Vision Hero Vyon to special summon a Link 2, which is Proxy F Magician. And you will be questioning, what does this card do? Well, it allows you to perform a fusion summon by using monsters on your side of the field as fusion materials. And you guessed it, by having a Destiny Hero monster plus a level 6 or higher hero monster, what you get? Yes, you get Destroyer, Phoenix Enforcer. And this also has an additional effect that whenever a fusion monster is special summoned to one of the zones it points to, you can special summon a monster with 1000 attack or less from your hand onto the field. So if you happen to have, I don't know, like a Most Army that you will likely not going to use in that particular case, you can special summon it onto the field, so you can overextend, and we're going to use it as a material for a link play for an IP Masquerina. So we also have the SP Leonite banish on our opponent's turn, and also we have the Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer, and also we have the hidden effect of the Evil Hero Vicious Claws, that whenever you happen to get a monster destroyed either by battle or card effect, you can special summon directly from graveyard. And if you happen to have a monster that mentions Dark Fusion in its text, you get to pop during resolution one card on the field, not target. So it's an additional disruption. So in this case, we're going to discuss what happens when you have to play into the hero lock, which is in the case whenever you open Fusion Destiny. But in this case, we are also going to hard open Polymerization. So let's see what does that lead into. So at this point, we're going to do the combo the regular way, as it has always been. But in this case, it's really important for you to special summon Denier with the effect of Cross Crusader, and then we're going to activate Malicious to get that additional body on field, and then we're going to tribute the Malicious with Cross Crusader to add into a hero. Normally, no, someone will be adding like Stratos or perhaps Vyon at this point of the combo, but no, this is going to be very important for you to add uh, the evil hero Dead and Prison, so you can spend it as your normal summon. And here we're going to scout if our opponent has Droll and Lockbird, which in this case they do. So we're going to use Dead and Prison to dump directly Evil Hero Vicious Claws. And after that, we're going to link the Dead and Prison and the Cross Crusader to special summon the extra hero Dread Decimator. And then we're going to special summon the last copy of Malicious. And then we're going to activate Polymerization to special summon Destiny Hero Dystopia, which will act as an additional disruption because its current attack is different from its original attack thanks to the extra hero Dread Decimator. And not only that, whenever it's summoned, you can get you burn your opponent for 1100 by targeting the Destiny Hero Denier, which comes really clutch whenever you have to face into time. And we're going to have a similar opener, but in this case, instead of opening Polymerization, you're gonna open Mass Chain. So it means that it's exactly the same combo as before. The only thing that changes is that instead of ending on the Dystopia, you're going to change that for Masked Hero Darklo. So that is the end board, and remember you still have the Vicious Claws in the graveyard, so it acts as an additional disruption. So we're also going to see what happens if your opponent doesn't have Droll and Lockbird and you were doing the combo in this particular way. Because I know some people will be saying, oh well, but if I do the combo like that and they don't happen to have the Droll and Lockbird, do I end on a worse end board? And the response is no. You can still end on the same end board. It's just a matter of you knowing how to perform it, which is what I'm going to show you right now. So whenever you happen to add the Evil Hero Dead and Prison, instead of sending the Vicious Claws, you're going to search into. You're gonna send Elemental Hero Shadow so you can search into Faris, and then Faris does the Vision Hero line until you get Vyon, and then Vyon sends the Evil Hero Vicious Claws, and then you get the Polymerization mid combo, and you get exactly into the same end board, which was the Destroy Phoenix Enforcer, the Dystopia, and also the Vicious Claws waiting in your graveyard. Next, we're going to discuss whenever you only open like Hero Lives and nothing else, or perhaps you were not cautious enough and you didn't expect for your opponent to have Droll and Lockbird and you went directly into Stratos. And what I would recommend you, if you special summon Stratos, at this point you should be adding Vision Hero Vyon. And if you happen to get Droll and Lockbird at this particular point, this is what you're going to do. It's very similar to what we have shown before. The only thing is that we really don't have a way to get into the Vicious Claws, so we're going to only end on the IP Masquerina setup for the SP Little Knight on the next turn, and the number 41 Baguska. There's no additional disruption here, but I still believe this is a very respectable board for just one card in your hand and playing around Droll and Lockbird. Next, we're going to discuss what happens if you only open Hero Lives and your opponent doesn't have Droll and Lockbird, and you made that special decision of adding Vision Hero Vyon out of your special summon of Stratos. Which is the full hero combo board. Just learn this combo. You should know this by now, honestly. And if you do not, like, please go watch my previous combo tutorial so you can know what you get for the value of just Hero Lives. This is going to be a little bit special because whenever you get the search of Cross Crusader, we're going to add Evil Hero Adusted Gold so we can get into Evil Hero Vicious Claws, so we can also add into the end board. So we're reaching the end of the combo. We're going to use DP to pop the Wake Up so we can special summon Elemental Hero Shadow Mist, grab the Mass Change, So we can summon the Masked Hero Darlo, and then we get DP back on the next standby phase. And this is the end board. And remember, you have 4 disruptions. One is the Darklo, one is the Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer, you have the Favorite Contact, and you also happen to have the Vicious Claws in your graveyard. And because you have a monster that mentions Dark Fusion in your graveyard, which is Evil Hero Adusted Gold, that makes Vicious Claws live. Next, we're going to discuss another case whenever you have to force yourself into the hero lock and you get hit by Droll and Lockbird. You have to open really good, honestly, to play around Droll and Lockbird. You have to open Faris Plus and Malicious. For this particular combo, we're going to use Increase right away by tributing Faris, so we can special summon into Vyon, and Vyon is going to dump into Evil Hero Sinister Necrom. And then we have to be sure that the first search that we do in this particular combo is to add Polymerization. And then our opponent has Droll and Lockbird, and now the question is, what do I do to end on something good here? So we're going to get directly into Extra Hero Wonder Driver. We're going to special summon the Destiny Hero Malicious from deck, and then we're going to use the Sinister Necrom to send into the Nair here, and we're going to use the Nair to special summon itself. We're going to return one of the Malicious, and they activate Polymerization. Special summon directly into Destiny Hero Dystopia, and then again we burn our opponent for 1100, and we're going to special summon another copy of Malicious, and then we're going to use those as link materials, so we can special summon the Nair again and use the last Malicious, and then we special summon Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer with the other reset Polymerization, and then use the last 2 monsters to make Extra Hero Dread Decimator to make the Dystopia another disruption. I know this may not sound too impressive, but for hero standards, I feel like this is really good. So there's another variation of that combo, and this is when you summon the Cross Crusader right away, so you can get your search, and you're gonna be adding Destiny Hero Plasma as your only search in the turn, and you're gonna have enough bodies to special summon it alongside the Extra Hero Dread Decimator, so it has more attack power, so it's not as easily run over by your opponent. So that's that. And finally, I'm going to show you how the Faris plus Malicious full combo looks like if you take the same combo route as the first combo that I was showing you. If you take that, let's say, precautious combo route, if you want to play around Droll and Lockbird, but you happen to know that they don't have Droll and Lockbird, so you want to go full combo. Then again, we're going to use Cross Crusader to add into Evil Hero Dustin Gold, so we can add Evil Hero Vicious Claws and use it as part of the combo. We get to summon DPE, summon the Wake Up, and you already know this combo. We're going to special summon Shadow Mist onto the field, we're going to get the Mask Change, use it on Malicious, get the Mask Hero Darlo, we return the DPE onto the field on the next standby phase, and then you have this really strong end board where you have like the Darlo, DPE, Favorite Contact, and you have the follow-up with Miracle Fusion, and you still have the surprise disruption of Vicious Claws in your graveyard, because you have a monster that mentions Dark Fusion in the graveyard, which is Evil Hero Adusted Gold. So yeah, that is the showcase that I have for today. Before ending the video, I want to share with you guys my final thoughts, my final remarks about this particular version of Heroes, because just remember that whatever I'm showing you are ideas. You can do whatever you want with your deck. You can make it as pure as you want, or you can make it as mixed as you like. I'm just telling you that Hero is a really versatile deck. You are not enclosed or you are not limited by just the card design that Konami has implemented for the deck. Okay, you can be a little bit more creative and do something special with this archetype. Um, I'm going to give you some additional tips so whatever you cook up is extra spicy. Just remember that Vision Hero Faris doesn't lock you into heroes only until you place a Vision Hero from your deck into the back row. So if you so desire, if you so happen to not want to place increase into your back row, you are still not locked into heroes even if you normal or special summon this card. So you can use it as an extender for link plays if you so desire, and generic link plays at that. Or maybe, who knows, maybe you could like special summon this, or maybe normal summon the Ash Blossom and make a synchro play for a level 8. Or maybe you could make a rank 5 Exis summon, because this is a special summon level 5 monster. You can do whatever you want, honestly, just as long as you don't place increase into the back row. You have access to this card without locking you from the extra deck. And also, one of the things that I've been really liking as of lately in my testings is Monster Reborn. People do not play this card because they see it as a, let's say, Saki situational card, because there's no way to guarantee how to let's say put access into some card that you would like into the graveyard. And the only thing that I would say to you is that Dead and Prison is one hell of a card. It's highly searchable in this archetype because you have access to it with Evil Hero Adusted Gold and Evil Assault, or you could also like hard open it and normal summon it, and you have access to whatever hero you want, because sending a hero from deck to graveyard is a cost. That means that you like, if you, even if your opponent tries to imperm that monster, or if they try to use Effect Veiler on Dead and Prison, is not going to stop the monster to be sending from deck to grave. So you have immediate access to whatever hero you want from your deck, and still play around Droll and Lockbird in that as, as a matter of fact. You want to have direct access to Vision Hero Vyon? How about you just summon Dead and Prison, dump Vision Hero Vyon, activate Monster Reborn, special summon Vyon. Boom! You don't have to rely on Faris anymore. Or how about you want direct access to Mask Change? How about you just summon Dead and Prison, dump Shadow Mist, activate Monster Reborn on Shadow Mist? Boom! Direct access into Mask Change. Honestly, the sky is the limit. You just have to be a little bit more creative and think outside of the box, so you can do something special with this archetype. So yeah, this is all I had to show you guys for today. I hope that you guys enjoy it, and remember, like, share, and subscribe. But if you're not doing that, please, at the absolute least, leave me a comment, because I always love reading your feedback. And this is Blaster signing out. Have a nice week.